Like, the fact that educated people participate in this shows you that education is not a transformation of a mindset. A mentality is still there. You can be educated and still have such a poor mentality. If you're not transformed mentally, then you're still in the same place. You can take the man out of the forest, but you can't take the forest out of the man.
I have 2 friends that are victim of rape. They are guys.
Wow.
2 of them.
That's so sad.
One was like when I was small, and this girl, elderly girl, she just came and she was like, I should open my trouser, and from there till now they don't have self-control.
Nas TV Africa. Nas TV Africa.
Nas TV Africa.
Nas TV. Nas TV.
Nas TV.
Nas TV Africa.
Nas TV.
Nas TV Africa.
Nas TV Africa.
Nas TV.
Thanks, Aisha. Keep
Nas TV
watching
Africa.
Nas
Nas
TV.
Nas.
Every child is molded by society, and every adult is tested by society. You're welcome to Nas TV Africa, where we manifest Africa's greatness. And this is Table Talk, and today we're going to be exploring a very important topic: societal influence on children and adults. I remain dynamic, precious, and I have my wonderful ladies in the studio today. Can we meet you again and again? Yeah.
My name is Nima.
Hi, I'm Tomiwa.
You're welcome, girls.
Thank you, Nana.
Okay, so we're talking about societal influence on people generally, making emphasis on children and adults. So we have a case study, the Baba Ijesha story, the rape case, him raping a child, or his child rather, and he was arrested, and later on he's coming back to tell us that the whole stuff was a lie. So how can this lie be? Because you've accepted in the first place, you've gone for the term, and you're not coming back with a whole story. The thing is some kind of strange, and I want to hear your opinions.
Personally, I think it's funny that you'd come out and the first thing you do after coming out, instead of thinking about maybe rehab or maybe some other thing, is granting interviews to people. If the matter has already passed and if you've sorted it out before or after and you've gone to jail for your term, it's best to let it be, unless you feel like, okay, you've been treated wrongly or poorly. So first of all, giving him an audience for different interviews where the interview is not necessarily leading to any further investigation to confirm if what he's saying is true or not. It's just, what's it called, peddling rumors, more talk, raising up dust where it's not necessary. If there's no end to all the talks or all his interviews, then there's no use for it. If he has a grievance, you should go to court. You should try to do more investigation. Maybe
What's the need for constantly trying to prove your innocence?
And you see, once all of this happens, the next thing we see is people coming back online, social media, to create an image that they have, or maybe they lost, and they are just trying to make a statement to reverse what is already, what's already happening. But I just want to be on the first side anyway. So, Tommy, let's hear from you.
Okay, I have 2 things in mind. Firstly is actions speak louder than words.
Right, yeah.
And that's what's happening in this situation with Baba Ijesha. That's exactly what's happening. Such an incident like what just happened now, the current rumors, everything that is going on, something like this, very similar to this, happened about 4 or 5 years ago
with Baba Ijesha.
With the same Baba Ijesha.
Okay.
Now the same kids, like I'm thinking it. If something like this has happened before and it is repeating itself
again, then
all you have to do is come out, like you said, host interviews, not doing the right thing, hosting interview. What are you trying to do? Prove innocence. You're trying to say, oh, everybody should sympathize with you. This is that, this is that. For you to make so much excuses, you're obviously trying to cover up
something, sweep some things under the carpet.
You cannot just, if a person, I read somewhere and they were saying that if somebody is lying, how investigators know somebody's lying. I was to ask you a question now, that where were you 2 a.m. yesterday? You say I was at the supermarket. But people that are lying and trying to cover up their action, I was at the supermarket. I was at the supermarket 2 a.m. But my brother was with me. Then his younger sister's dog passed my front. You just all sorts of
many things.
Now, the second thing I have to say is constant information wears people out. If I listen to something so many times, I'm like, what's the point of, would they really even find the source? Constantly saying, oh, this thing has happened again. Ah, this thing has happened again.
Exactly what
Like bringing it up again and again. It will wear people out. The thing will eventually die down. They'll be like, that's how I used to do. I don't know how to speak it in Yoruba. Bullshit, man, shit, yeah. They will say. So yeah.
So when I heard about this Baba Ijesha story, what came to my mind, I was kind of disappointed because we hear rape cases every day from one to another story, another story. And I was just like, is it that these people don't want to change? Is it that we've accepted it or they have accepted? Because I have not. Because it's not becoming like a normal thing. We are trying to talk about this today, creating awareness tomorrow, telling people don't do this, be careful. And then, the most unfortunate aspect of all of these things we are talking about? We've been hearing of rape cases, this one did this, and we'll talk, we'll enlighten the public, we'll enlighten our what is it called now, our security agencies, even the government. But the same trend has been happening over and over again. You hear this person did this guy did this, but like, what's really happening? Is it that our society has adopted these things and we feel like there's nothing that can be done about it?
Do you know, I genuinely believe that one of the problems why this is happening a lot is it has evolved into a tug of war. It's no longer let's make sure this doesn't happen, let's make sure this is better. It has now become a tug of war between, men are raped too, women are also raped. It's now a gender war thing. So when you get a rape thing, it defeats the whole purpose of, something should be done about this. The community, society should be educated all over again. It's not that anymore. In fact, you can try when you hear another rape case and you search comments, we've seen this before, it's not all men and women, where did she go? So that's what it has become. And it's so sad because once you strip the whole matter of its essence, that's what's going to happen.
And I feel like it's just like a defense case. When you have a case of a man raping a girl or a lady, you see that other men will say, women do it too.
Yes.
You get
stands that are not necessarily needed. We should take stands to try to work against this, not take stands that are not helping the case. When something bad happens and you comfort somebody, let's say somebody loses someone and you comfort, the mourning process, the crying and shouting, this is not, has taken too much time that we should now be doing something after. And instead we spend some more time wallowing in, this is bad or not, instead of moving to the next phase. Okay, yes, it's bad. Yes, men get accused. What next? What should we be doing? What's now the new protocol? How do we act in? God bless you.
It over and over again. But I have to say that the reason we are seeing or we are noticing that these things, they are not changing. This topic comes on day after day after day. Like at this point this year, I don't think in any
countless.
I never heard this.
From the real ones to the accusations.
The accusations is rape that is trending now. If you are raping, you are hot. Oh my God. Number one, I want to say, I think it's because it's deeply rooted. See, before people started saying, my husband beat me. You're a woman. Why are you taking this in 2026? You're supposed to beat your own back. What's happening? There was no camera. There was no phone. Nobody. I mean, as women, you could not vocalize. So why would you even come out? I remember in those days now, you go and meet like an elder member of the family and say, my husband beat me. They don't say, confirm or and he just accept it.
I'm telling you, the normal thing
is your family.
So it has been there.
I think I watched a movie. A guy actually beat his wife. So the girl went back to her mom and was like, my husband hit me. He said, your father did it to me too, and I've been managing. I'm here. So I was just like, are you for real?
It's normal to them. That's how it is. So it's not something we can instantly change by, we can raise awareness, but it's still there. Do you know how many people are still being victimized and they cannot talk because of
You
stigmatization?
know how many people have seen that in homes and they're not
It's like a
growing, they're not
daily
changing.
thing.
It's always in your face. If it's not
Okay.
physical, then it's in the workspace. It's when you're walking around and the guys are listening to you.
Oh, you're
It's
oh,
when,
God,
and see, I will always say this. They might say it's not like that. It's not like that. But this thing starts from me. So
somewhere.
yes, it's bad. It happens. But children see this. Remember, secondary school when children see and all the guys, sort of boy, they're saying, yeah, it's play. They will say it's just play.
But
They might
it's
not
bad
even know
play.
what nursery is, what they were playing, making jokes like that, and it evolves, it grows, it matures
you,
into
yeah.
something worse. And society has not, for one, stopped them. No check, no
yeah,
balance.
exactly.
It's okay. National
Now,
fine.
when you mentioned it's a grassroots thing,
Yes, it's deeply
it's
rooted.
now like making a kind of sense and raising concern in me,
Yeah.
because our society is filled with children, teenagers that are coming up to become adults.
Yeah.
You know, when children learn all of this, I used to say that any irresponsible adult you are seeing today did not become irresponsible all of a sudden.
Yes.
He was irresponsible from
Small,
childhood, and
small.
maybe they were excused and be like, he's a child, he's a small boy, he's a small girl.
He just
Exactly.
But before you know, and these things are happening, children are seeing all of these things. So what is the guarantee of the future? That, okay, the future will be better, there will be improvements, people will become better, people will change their character. Is it that these things will keep on happening? It's just like a concern, because definitely even all of these things are on social media, and our children are on social media, our younger ones are on social media, they are seeing these things. Some are normalizing it already because they feel like, okay, it's acceptable. So what becomes of the future?
see. This quote that Africans love to say a lot, and they use it to this the Westerners or people. They will always say, "Oh, it takes it." When you see an American child or you watch a video and they're acting bad, they'll say, "Oh, they didn't train this one well," or they'll always say it takes a community to raise a
Yes,
child.
sir.
Then we have to question what community is raising the type of men or the type of bad behavior we're seeing now. Because if it genuinely takes a community to raise a child, who raised that child? How did that child grow up like that to the point where you're like that man and nobody's questioning you? They will tell you it's okay for your husband to discipline you. He can raise his hand against you. That's even one part of it. But we have to really ask. See, this thing where if it's when a child don't eat in public, they'll say, oh, the child is listening, beat him or her. But matters like this, you see that we are really biased. We as a people, men were very biased. Even women are biased to women. Women are biased in general.
That's right.
So you will meet a lot of women that will tell you things that is crazy. You say as a woman, why?
yes.
And that's why people can go through things. They won't heal. They won't project good things to you.
They'll
They'll
just,
project that negative part of it and tell you, see, it's part of life. Like
and just
as a
accept
woman,
it.
you know, this is how
Normalize pain,
bad.
like
This
all
is
of
the
these
community that is raising the children that we have now. It's something to question. As see a future parent, even if you're not really a parent right now, if you're single, whatever, it's something to really question. What community, what society are you really building your child in? Can I leave my child in this society? Can I leave my child in the hands of people that will genuinely take care? If you ask them, a lot of people, they're not very confident in their answer to say, I can leave my child.
Yeah, even
They're not.
yes,
You don't
everybody becomes dangerous. You are saying that, okay, once you have a girl child, you don't trust any man.
Yes.
They was like, any man,
Like the elder brother,
your own, maybe the child's uncle,
Yeah.
any
Your
teacher, neighbor, you
Come.
cannot trust anybody anymore.
You can't.
It's indeed a matter of concern. But then, looking at the flip side, you know that we hear of the rape cases, men raping children, young girls, older ones, or old ladies, as the case may be. Does it mean that boys are not victims of rape as well? You know, we talked about this thing a while ago, but then it's still something to check, because we hear of these things every day and we see reactions. But is it that the boy child is also a victim, but society takes it lightly? Or maybe, you know that for a parent to leave a boy child for an aunt, maybe a female, there's a little bit of trust and she will take care of him and all of that. Is it that the society is taking it slightly, like it's not a big deal, or they believe the women more than the men? Or is it that the guys are not really victims of this situation?
Okay, sorry, please.
Go on.
You people remember how when growing up, this issue of boys should be educated, children, girl,
Yes.
female children should be
Because they will be
discarded.
married.
Exactly, because the boy will be the one to carry, blah blah blah. See, we've left the practice now. Everybody say female, male, we should all be educated. All good and fine. Thank God for that. But the mentality has not gone. That's why you can trust leaving your 14-year-old son to go out and come back by 10, but your female child must come back home
Yes, so
before 3. In fact, before 2. What are you doing?
what is taking you must
What are you
explain
doing
yourself.
outside?
You can change the practice. Okay, let's just shift this a little.
Yeah.
Let's just
He's
do
a
this.
man.
But that mindset of he's a man is still there. And that's one of the major thing that has
Some
contributed.
feel like men are not open to danger. You guys can just
they can fend
My
for themselves.
That's why I believe you cannot eat your cake and have it. You cannot sit on the fence and expect things to be fine. You can't say, see, first of all, every child deserves genuine protection and care,
Yes.
be it a male or a female. Males too are they're still subject to all this domestic violence or abuse that we get from people, from both men and from both women too. But my point will always still be that you cannot raise a child in a way where you push him to the forefront of independence and say, okay, this thing's not happening to guys. See, the same parents or the same people that will say, oh, male child too, they let you go out. See, that's what I wanted to say. This thing you're saying. You can't say, oh, let's care for the male child and not treat them with tenderness.
You
and they
give
say they're
them
men, or you
freedom.
can do this. You let that child go out. Then a male child can sleep around, do whatever they say. Hey, but he's a guy now.
no.
He's not
He
going
can
to
impregnate a lady and they feel like
cannot
it's fine.
do that. I will always say men who go around. See, disclaimer, please. Pardon me. But men who go out and they say you have one night stands and you bring a lady to your house, do you know it's that same mentality that makes you feel like you're safe with a stranger that you carried from outside? You don't know that she's a she which if you don't know, you don't know whether she's just something.
You really
But
don't.
it's that safety that made you think I can bring someone into my home, into my own space, a stranger, and I will still be fine. The same mentality that makes you think you can go out for parties late at night. The same mentality that when you're cooking, go out and play ball, play with friends, do it.
Some feel like their male children can live alone at a very early age. You as a lady, even if you are done with school, they will want you to stay at home, work from home until you get married.
See, if you want to take care of men, take care of them well, take care of boys and children well, make sure you're giving them the same kind of need, the things that they will need too, things that are essential that you're giving to the female child.
Yeah, girls, something is happening here. I think this discussion is really going hot.
It is.
Hot and interesting because I just received a message from associates and they want to join this talk. Because this is just like a starter. We have a whole lot to talk about. Societal issues right now is alarming, and I think we should just wait for them a bit to come in. So guys, just stay tuned. Let's receive this person so that we can talk from a broader perspective. Yes, we'll be back. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Table Talk, and right now we have a full house. And yes, we're still on the societal influence issue, and we're going to make a huge progress. But then, to our associate that just joined us, please can we meet you?
Okay, so is it morning or afternoon?
Anyone?
Yes. So I'm Victoria Augustine by name.
Yes.
Hi everyone, I'm Grace by name.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I was just thinking, how did you get here so fast? Like,
I don't want to get here. I mean, because I'm listening to everything you guys have been saying. I've actually been looking for a platform. I mean, but this actually is a sweet word, right?
that we've been having around. So there is no car on the road.
Right.
And everywhere is just free because it's even hard to get for. So
I think at this junction we just need to say, God, please.
I beg help us.
Let this
Gonna be-
war, this Iran and USA, all of this saga, God, please, let it just stop because
Well,
people are actually suffering.
yeah.
So we just hope for a better result.
Yeah.
But that aside, let's come back to the real deal, the issue on the table.
Cool of
Yes.
the matter.
So you are here now
Yeah.
for Miss Vic and Grace. What do you have to tell us? You know, you've been following the all of the societal issues we've been talking about. What do you have to say?
Yes,
to
I
us?
have a lot to say. I really have a lot.
I like the way she's taking it.
I really have a lot to say. I've actually been listening, but there's a point you guys talked about, like normal, like you're like it's a norms. It's a norm. So I feel you shouldn't assume the way
What
people
exactly
assume.
is enough?
Like it's a norm, like all of these repeating things and all of that is a norms. So I feel we should not just assume, and that's what is killing our society. Okay, for instance, look at what happened in Delta States few years ago.
Okay, the festival.
Exactly.
Oh my day.
Okay, girl.
I got to know about the story.
Yeah.
That please. Do you remember the?
Wait. Let's calm down.
Okay.
Because like I said, we have a whole lot to do. And I think we just need to like do a progressive walk from one stage to the other.
Yes, it's
and before then, I want to correct a notion. Yes, we are not saying that it's a normal thing. We are only saying that people are treating it as normal.
Yes.
Because we get to talk about these things and how wrong it is.
And that's where I'm
But
coming
then-
from. I don't want people saying it's a normal thing.
It is not a normal thing.
Yes,
No.
it
We
is
don't
not
want to
assume
assume
like that. No,
We don't want to assume that it's normal, and that's
Exactly.
why we don't want the repetition.
Yes.
We don't want to like this week you're hearing a rape case, next week you're hearing another one. And yes, we're still going to talk about the Delta State Rape Festival. Just see the tag.
Thank
But
you.
before we dive into it, I just want Miss Vicky to say something.
Yes, I have so many things to say, but firstly, let me say this thing. Why must it have to be rape every time? Every time we're just dealing with rape.
That's what happens. That's
And
what happens
the
every
thing is
time.
that everybody should have their own wife and their own husband. So
Okay.
I know how this is again now. It's
They
getting too
don't
much.
want to stay.
Yeah, it's getting too much.
It is
Oh,
actually.
it is. It's
But then you see a married man, a father in quote, raping his child. Is it that he doesn't have a wife?
Exactly.
I don't want to say this, but there are some set of persons in the society that, how will I put it? I don't want to use a neutral normal word. I don't want to call them a wrong name, that sell themselves. They want to do this thing willingly.
Oh,
So even
yes.
if you have an urge to go out with a woman, why not go and patronize them instead of hurting somebody? Do you know the trauma you put that person through, like for a lifetime?
I mean, that's
Wait, is it that some people don't have self-control?
Are you asking?
I don't think they
I need to know if some people don't have self-control.
They don't even
Like
want
you just want to rape
Okay.
one small girl or just rape somebody that you see. What is happening? Like,
You see?
are they born to rape? I don't get. Yes, are they born to rape?
What asking?
It's worth asking, but they are not born to rape. I hope so. And that's why we are just trying to do our best, right? Bring all these things to the hearing of everybody. Like we said,
Yes.
or like Tomiwa stated earlier, that it's a grassroots thing.
Yeah.
And as long as it's there, and we've not uprooted it from the grassroots, we'll keep on having the same produce.
and that's why they want us to
consistently.
join people assuming. That
No,
would
no, 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 no,
Oh,
no, no, no.
no.
Please.
It's just
Yes, I don't
Even
want us to
some
assuming.
people that have not experienced it will still bring up their own issue. Like that lady the other time that brought raping issue up, and everybody was taking it so serious.
Yes.
Oh, why would the guy do this one? Why would the guy do this one? But later on, we know that the guy, nobody did anything to her. So that's the way rape has been spreading.
such that people can use it like
To train.
thank you or
For
to
content.
accuse somebody in order
Yes,
to bring
content.
themselves.
Yes, that's what
They're
they do.
taking it so lightly that it's not becoming content material. You know, there are ones that when you
That's
were little,
true.
you could not really say because it had to be censored. This was one of it. Nowadays, it's such a normal word that is thrown up and down, and you just say it, and it's just why.
Okay, so before we continue, let me say something. I have two friends that are victim of rape. They are guys.
Oh,
Two of them.
That's so sad.
One was like when I was small, and this girl, elderly girl, she just came and she was like, I should open my trouser, and from there till now they don't have self-control. They just want to sleep.
That's the influence.
They just want to sleep.
Yes.
Except some that are really healed in their mind, because some people feel like when something happened to them, they want other people to feel the pain they felt.
But the thing is that guys don't say it out. They just keep it. Even till now, they did not tell their mother. They did not tell anybody. They just keep it. If not that, I've been seeing sign of this one don't have self-control. That's when they bring it. Yes.
You see, if our question we thrown out, why is it that we don't hear boys that are raped? Why is it that we don't really hear women being arrested for raping young guys?
Can I say something?
Yes, you can.
Rape is not just I push you to the bed, I pull your pants.
Yeah.
That's not just rape. It's doing all this sexual
Harassment. Yeah.
but without you consenting to it. And you might not be able to say no. You don't know what I'm doing. Try and understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't really say, oh no, or this thing is bad, or I don't consent to
If you
this.
don't know
If you
it's
don't even know it's bad, you don't know you're
All
not
their intention.
so
Where they are
it's
going
not
to.
necessarily. I think one of the reasons why this whole boys getting raped is not as loud as one of the factors is that it's not necessarily them pushing them on the bed or having sex with them. A boy, let's say a mom employed a nanny now. The nanny has to bathe the boy. And boys, especially children, very young children, 9, 8, 7, they have erections very easily. You can start maybe please, don't think anything. No, I'm just trying to explain something.
It's informative.
She's bathing the boy and he's erect already. Because maybe she's not properly covered up or something like that. He can't explain why he feels like that way. He just feels that way. Now she takes advantage of this. Maybe she's bathing him and she's like, see your kidney.
Yeah.
That's also a form of sexual harassment.
I think parents,
It's
right?
not
Parents just take note of all of these things.
It's not just I push you to the bed, I pull your pants.
Because sometimes it does not depend on the action itself, but that means to an end. It's
And
not
this
to be
the way they
Yeah.
normally tell a girl that a little child like, don't let Uncle This touch you here.
Nobody tells a boy
Yes,
like
they
that.
don't tell
Why
them
they
that
started
a lot.
talking
See,
just
don't
now.
teach them. You don't need to teach them every single thing, but you don't teach them enough to know that this is wrong. That don't let someone come that close to you. This is what happens when your body is this or that. The same way you would say it again and again for a little girl. You don't have them telling little boys like that. It's almost as if you expect them.
It's almost like
So when they don't
control
speak
your
up,
urges.
it's how
Okay,
can so
ladies, this all of the things we've been talking about, there's a bigger aspect. Talking about the trending Delta State Rape Festival. The name even gets to me. Rape Festival. Tomiwa.
I looked it up for clarity. Ozoro Festival, also locally known as Ali Edo Festival. Mind my pronunciation.
Please, don't worry.
So it is an Asian traditional fertility ritual celebrated in the Ozoro Kingdom, the Soka, North Local Government Area of Delta State.
Thank you very much. Now, it's just like I want to interpret what she said. But then, it's a festival that is done for fertility.
Yes.
Just imagine, we are talking about society, and culture is an aspect of society. Now, a set of persons have this mind disposition that, okay, when you go out for this rape festival, meanwhile, they are hurting a set of persons, imbibing, like, we like call it naughty attitude into a set of persons, and they believe that it is for fertility's sake, so that those people that are maybe barren, they're looking for children. How can something so barbaric become a blessing to a set of persons? In 21st century, 2026, we still have something like this going on. So I have just two questions to ask. We're in a nation that have laws and constitutions, but we still have places where people practice cultures such as this. Is it that culture supersedes the law? Because when you see these people do it, they say that's how we do it here. That's our code. That's how we've been doing it. So is it that culture silence federal laws in a country such as Nigeria? And the second thing I want to ask, is tradition made for people or people for tradition? Because this thing is actually getting to people, but then it's just like a normal thing.
The thing is that we don't know how they do it then. So we cannot say anything about it. Yes, they can be doing it in a different way, because maybe, for example, some people that have experienced it should come out and talk about it. That, oh, this was not how we used to do it before. And these boys just came up. Because why would these boys just stand up all of a sudden and say they want to do something like this, and their people are not even saying anything about it? So I guess the way they brought it up, that's not the way they do it before. Because I didn't think they are doing it that way before. People will talk about it.
Are you sure if
That's
they don't
the
do
way
it that
it is.
same way, we wouldn't have heard reactions or since the incident? We should have heard of reactions. No, this is actually false. This is actually a lie.
Yeah.
You get
It's just our Gen Z's generation that brought it up. I guess they have stopped it, because till now they should not be doing a rape festival. Those guys just wake up one day and say they want to do it.
Okay.
And like joke.
All right.
Even if you like people that are there, for example, students and people that don't even know anything about the festival.
That's the unfortunate aspect, because people are there that are not even indigenes of the same state. Because I heard somebody, he was talking about the same incident, like a person that lived there. He was like, even at that time, the use of social media was not as intense as now. And that even if you want to capture the scene, it's either they break your phone or they will get you arrested. And you see some other persons will tell them, you better go out of this place, don't even try it. And this same stuff, it happens every 10 to 15 years.
Yes, the festival.
Yes.
So
So it's not as if it happens annually. Some people will come there, they don't even know about it. Some will even come, nobody will tell them about it, because it's not something that happens, sequentially or in like rapid succession. But then for us to even read that there's something like that, then there is something like that.
let me just
Okay, personally, there's a place of culture or tradition, and there's a place of law.
No, okay.
Yes. Personally, from my own end, in this 21st century, I don't think there should be something like that. Though some person might still believe in this culture or tradition. Just imagine, God forbid, maybe someone is barren. Let me not say I'm barren.
No, you are not.
Yes. and someone just came, like all of a sudden, just open my clothes because of festival and start. Doesn't make any sense. Like that doesn't even make sense.
And do you imagine
there's okay, and I conceived. Maybe I conceived.
Who
was
the
the
father?
Who was the father? Where's the DNA? Like who
That's
blood
a
is it
serious
carrying?
issue
So
there.
I don't think it's making any sense.
And funny enough, do you know people that even believe this culture and these traditions are even people that are educated?
God, see this thing you said that's what has just been brewing in my mind, because I wanted to say, like, the fact that educated people participate in this shows you that education is not a transformation of a mindset. A mentality is still there. You can be educated and still have such a poor mentality. If you're not transformed mentally, then you're still in the same place. You can take the man out of the forest, but you can't take the forest out of the man. Let him go to school, but if he's not changed, that's going to happen. And that's what we're saying with tradition and constitution.
Exactly.
Normally, as someone who went to school, if you're even morally set, you would know that the kind of principles you hold, it does not settle well with me. And when we go back, we check traditions, customs, we see that traditions and customs, in as much as they are practices, were also things, a way to relegate our forefathers and people that also function the same way that laws and regulations are functioning now. There were traditions then that are laws that are moving forward. So you say, if these are traditions, it should be for, first of all, the benefit of the people. It should put people into consideration. So why follow a tradition that is killing the people that you're supposed to preserve in the first place?
And even people that are strangers in your land are open to
you're
this
not
danger.
helping anybody, and that's where you see that it becomes something a very nonsensical idea, because now you're saying you're following a tradition that is not really saving people, you're putting people in danger. Okay, they might say the tradition that wasn't what it was before, but if something like that is brewing an atmosphere, an environment for people to take over it, then you should not do it in the first place. Don't give them a room to make such excuses. Take it away. Take it away.
Thank you very much.
Because you'll be educated. You say you have a religion, you're a Muslim, you're a Christian, you go to church, you come back, and all of this rub together, and your mentality
That's coming back to this.
So what she's trying to say is that our culture should, we should eradicate some of our
culture that we put the people you're supposed to preserve in danger should not. It is not a culture. It is a harm to every individual and society that it is meant to preserve. And this is, I was talking to Thomas. She mentioned something very wise, that how do you now deal with people who are not educated? So you see, it is not really only an educated matter. If you lack a mindset, if you're still mentally deranged, sorry to say, then you're going to follow certain things like this. You're not going to participate. Will you? You actually, what you concern me? Why would I go to?
Well, the thing is that most of the guys are young people. Most of them, they are young people. So when you're talking about culture, there are some things, like in my own culture, there are some things we do till now we are still doing it. It's like, when a lady get married,
are not actually people in
Danger,
right?
yes.
That's what we are saying. If you're not saying they should eradicate, but from my own perspective, any culture that will put anyone in danger, I feel it should be eradicated.
Remember, we are talking about societal impact again.
That's why
If this tradition,
in the scene, I saw a little boy following I was like, but then before we wrap up this section, because if we stay here, our audience will not have time to talk to us. But before then, I want Tomiwa to say something. Her tummy is full with, so please unleash.
Please,
a little, yeah.
Okay, so I'm not going to take too long. I just want to say something to buttress all you guys have said. We have social media. They didn't have social media. They had culture. They had traditions. That was their way of preserving our identity, our heritage. Nigerians, do you get the fact that this whole nation is built on customs and tradition?
Yeah.
For goodness sake, we have more than 200 and something ethnic groups.
Yeah.
Passed on from one generation to another generation to another generation. That was their form of social media. Now, this festival, yes, it has been perverted, because that's the point. If you go and look at the real aim of this festival, you see, probably they don't have the right mindset, because now we've grown and we've evolved and we've seen that, this thing is not the way it's
so why continue?
Why continue? I get that point. But that was not the original
intent.
That wasn't the intent. It just somehow in this 20th century that everybody just finds a way of doing their my sister 21st finds a way of doing their own thing. That's what happened. That is what has caused this thing, because allegedly I heard that what happened is hoodlums found their way into the festival, and they were the one harassing people. Apparently, allegedly, let me say, no one was sexually harassed. That's what they said.
No.
But they were harmed, they were robbed, maybe their clothes were torn and things like that. So yeah, that's why.
So I feel that the first thing they should do is to change the name. Like that rape festival should be changed.
Festival.
No.
Is that what they call it?
It has the traditional name.
It has but the tag that has gone with it is rape festival.
Yeah.
So that ideology
that's what they do.
be changed. Thank you very much, girls. I've had a wonderful time with you all.
Thank you.
Vicky and Grace that joined us. Thank you so very much. I really do appreciate you. Yes. So our listeners out there, our viewers, please be a part of this discussion. I want you to fully engage with us. Tell us your perspective. Is this festival really hijacked? Is that the original thing? If you are from that area, please enlighten us the more, so that people out there can really understand and know what is going on. Because what we need is enlightenment.
Yes.
And in as much as we're going for a change, we must get a change. No matter how long it takes, we believe it's possible. So drop your comments with us and do well to follow us on all our socials on NAS TV Africa. Thank you so very much. We love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.